Hello VC, it's Steve Whitty here, another video. It's Sunday, sun's shining. I think it's probably the best it's going to be all day. Got a bit busy day ahead of me. This video is titled Living the Dream, and it's a short video basically. It's basically living the dream was a few weeks ago. Pete, the owner of my local record store, Psychotron, asked me if while he was attending the Bearded Theory Festival, I could look after his shop. And it's always been a bit of a dream of mine to run a record store. A own record store. I think it is for most music fans just to have their own record shop. But you know, reality is it's never going to happen. So to be given this opportunity just to keep an eye on things was too good to miss. I'll give you a brief history about Psychotron Records. Pete has been a collector, and he's been dealing on record fairs for nearly 30 years, and he set himself up as a store on Discogs. And then he decided he'd had enough of working in the week, and then going Saturday, Sundays up and down the country at record fairs, and then going around buying collections. He wanted a bit of a base. So in 2016, he set up Psychotron Records in the local marketing hall in Sutton Coldfield. Now, how I come to discover the record was purely by accident, I suppose. I'm going to have to thank Brexit for this. The night of the Brexit vote, it got announced that obviously that people have voted for Brexit, and I voted for. And every day prior to, I had to walk past his house where everyone got stickers up saying "Leave, leave, leave." And I didn't fancy walking past that house because I'd got the feeling there'd be people celebrating, and I didn't really fancy getting into trouble if I said something. So I took a different route via the town centre to the train station, walked past the market, and I noticed the sign saying "Records." And I had not been aware. So I went next day, Saturday, I went in, and there's the record shop, big bins, pound bins and all that, and got speaking. He said, "How long you been there?" He'd only just opened. I think it was that second or third week he'd opened. So over the years, I've sort of built, got chatting, got going, got chatting. Mentioned that I volunteer at Oxfam, so he generously donated some stuff for Oxfam. He knew that I'd did the tills, so I knew how to, take money, do tills, operate card machines. So was an issue. So when he asked me, I was sort of like, yeah, okay, yeah. In last year, Pete moved. The market, he decided he'd outgrown the market and he's wanted a bit bigger shop. There were various factors involved in making this decision. So he moved the shop down about half a mile to Boulmere, High Street. Boulmere is a sort of little district of Sutton Coldfield. And it's coming up to its first anniversary that the shop has been there. The photo you see at the start of the video is the shop front. So moved down there. It's been a great success. It's more visual than in the market because people walk past and it sort of like triggers, "Ooh, record shop. I haven't been in one of these in years." They come in and think, "Oh, I've got records in the loft," either so they could sell them to people or just to dig them out and see if they still got their old record player at work. So it's been successful, but obviously with the opening the shop, having a shop now, if he's away, he needs to make sure it's still open. Now, he sometimes calls on family to help out, but it's sometimes a bit difficult for family members. They've got other commitments on. So hence I was asked, and I said yes. And I must admit, I had a ball. I mentioned it. I mentioned it at the VC meetup that this was going to happen, and so they were sort of like joking. "Well, yeah, we'll come in over that weekend, and we'll get some cheap records off." Yeah, and they didn't turn up, but there is a certain level of responsibility involved in looking after a record shop for someone because it's their livelihood. So So what did I do there? I basically just stood behind the till, played records, and speak to customers about music, living the dream, so to speak. And I mean, the only thing I had to make sure that I did, because Pete's got a Discog store linked to the shop. Any records that weren't in the pound or £2 section, I had to note down the catalogue number so he could take them off Discogs. He'd closed the Discogs shop while he was away. I have to say, Thursday was a bit strange because it was so quiet. And I suppose this made me appreciate what Pete does. This is his opportunity to, obviously, when he gets stock in, price them up, put it in. So that's the opportunity. Whereas I'm sort of like looking at my phone, playing records. I mean, there was a period, but the period between, I'd say, 12 and 3, where I had about 2 customers in the shop. But it's Thursday, so it's a quiet day. But you never know. If they spend or not. At least they shopped. Friday was a little bit busier, and Saturday was really busy. As I said, I had to note down the records, and I did on a Friday. I have to run out after someone said, well, "Can I just make a note your catalogue number?" Card machine worked. Everything worked. There was no issues at all. Played records. What probably one of the most gratifying things was I played Dare by the Human League. It's always been a favourite of mine, and it's on the Saturday. You play the record. Somebody's thinking, God, I like that record. I haven't heard that in ages. They brought it there and then. Fortunately, got spare copies out the back. That was another thing I had to assure I do, was where there's records that's hard, there's perennials, and I know they've got stock at the back. So, for example, Fleetwood Mac Rumours, Police Regretted the Blanc, I think there was a Rory Gallagher's debut album that's spare to put out. Things that you've got spare copies, you put them out. Once they've sold, you put them out, another copy. They're staples of second-hand record stores. So, yeah, it was just a great time. And Pete deemed it a success. In fact, he's asked me to do it again in August, a couple of weekends in August, which I've said, obviously pending getting time off work. So, yeah, it was great. It makes you appreciate how lucky Pete is, but also appreciate how much hard work he's put in. There's a lot of hard work to running a record store, running any business. It's your own business, because it's quite easy just to think, you stand there, play records, sell records. He's got to buy the collections. You live or die by the stock that comes in. A lot of work on social media. Pete's wife Linda does a lot of that. She's very social media savvy. So there's that all goes on advertising the shop. It's got a website. It's got Instagram, Facebook page. Pete's always putting on albums of the day or posters that come in. That's the sort of thing, not just the normal record, but sort of things that go on, newish records or anything that's unusual that's come into the shop. I mean, they've got records there of all prices. I mean, there's some that haven't got a price because they're that rare that I was told how much they were going to cost. But and I mean, it's very unlikely that somebody's going unless they've got the cash to come in and buy it there and then. And from me, so I said I had a great time, talking to like-minded people. And also, probably the final customer on the Saturday was a woman with a young son. He just got his first record player. And we were talking, she was looking at 80s stuff, and he picked up a Robert Johnson compilation. Then we're talking about New Order. And it just so happened, I thought I could see a copy of Blue Monday at the back. Put it on, sold. It's one of those feelings you get, gratifying feelings you get when you get, your records, your music. Somebody takes them back, it takes a shine, put a smile on people's faces. People were smiling. I think the only person that was a bit miffed was a guy had come in with a collection to sell. Obviously, Pete's not there. That was one thing I didn't do. It was buy collections. I've not got the knowledge to to do that. I don't think it's fair on Peter if I overpay or underpay. I've got a rough idea, but it's not my responsibility. And I said, you could either take him back or leave him here. And your details, and he left them there with his details, and I think Pete called him and brought them off him when he got back. So I'm going to do it again. Really, if you get the opportunity like this, it's worth doing, just to see the the other side of the fence. I think one thing I appreciate with Pete, and I think his customers do. I don't know, Harvey spinning the black circle. He shops in there a lot, and John, 6-inch pianist, he's a mate as well. He goes in there occasionally. We think it's the best shop in Birmingham, by far. But I think the thing is that Pete never lost the fact that he's a punter. That he was the guy who used to buy the records. The prices are fair, very fair. That's why people come in and buy. They keep coming back. People come in from all around the country to come into that shop. So I think I've been rambling on. I don't think there's any order to this video at all. I'm going to leave you the video with a couple of, I think, a photo of inside the shop. And let's just say I was so glad I did it. I'm looking forward to doing it again. So enjoy your Sundays. I say this Balmy High Street happens to be the open day. They've closed the shop off, so Pete's shop's going to be open. So I'm going to go in there, maybe lend a hand or two. So enjoy your Sundays. Take care of yourselves. Keep spinning. More importantly, keep smiling.